The following is a special presentation exclusively on Time Warner Cable. Brought to you by Roadrunner High Speed Online, Golden Empire Transit, Crab Radio, and Fox Sports Radio.
We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now they get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
Revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
Time Warner Cable. Roadrunner High Speed Online. Golden Empire Transit. Crab Radio. And Fox Sports AM 800 present the High School Football Game of the Week.
And from Bakersfield High School, welcome to the Prep Football Game of the Week on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106. Mark and Brian. Tonight, the BHS Drillers, who are unbeaten this year, 10-0, seeded number 1 in the Central Section, take on the new school from Fresno, Sunnyside High for the Northeast Assembly League. It should be a great game. Sunnyside runs a wing T, and we know about BHS's balanced offense.
Well, that wing T is going to present some problems of being disciplined on your defense. You have to read your keys. You have to know who your man is and take your assignment. But again, you're talking about one of the best defenses in the history of the school at BHS, and they're tough against the run. I think the way you attack BHS is in the air, and you got to be aware, surely. And offensively, they just have numerous weapons. And the wide out position is Stansel, and Dover's done a good job all year long.
Well, Stansel this year has gained over 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. The quarterback is John Dover. He's passed for about 1,400 yards, 13 TDs, 8 to Blake Mackey, and 5 to Josh Shirley.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys right there, those 13 TDs and Stansel, I mean, we've seen him against the Foothill game. Actually, he saved the Drillers, in my opinion, with the 3 big runs. I mean, so he has the ability to go from 95 yards, 10 yards, and 30 yards. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight with the Drillers.
Sunnyside competes in the Northeast Assembly League. They beat Regal by 2 points last week, and, of course, BHS dominated play in the Southeast Assembly League.
Well, they did what they're supposed to do. When you have some advantage, you have the athletes, you have to take advantage of that, and they did that. And tonight, they have to come out. They have to come out early. When you're a number 1 seed, the pressure's on you. It's not on the 8 seed. They have nothing to lose. You're the highest ranked seed. You're the team that everybody's looking forward to beat, and you're also the team that everybody's looking to go through. So you have to come out early in the game and jump on an 8 seed.
Were you surprised that number 2 Clovis was upset by Clovis West last week by 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, I was surprised at the difference in score, but those teams can battle each other, and that's like their own little rivalry, so you never know in a rival game.
If BHS wins tonight, they could play Clovis West next week in the semis.
Yeah, and Beach is going to have a tough road to go. They're going to go Clovis West and then Clovis if Clovis continues, so we'll have to see what happens.
CLF Central Section Large School Playoff, Bakersfield High, Sunnyside tonight on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31. We are Digital 106.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Time Warner Cable.
Hello, sir. I'm from Acme Satellite Dishes.
No thanks, Doc. I got Time Warner Cable.
Don't you wish for a dish?
Nope, got great channels with cable.
But a dish is a beautiful thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's easy to install.
Uh-huh.
And you can get channels from all over Earth.
Do you charge more for local news and weather?
Who needs that?
I thought I saw a forecast for rain.
Call Time Warner today for special savings on digital cable. Call now.
Ever to play the game. For the third time in a row, they are the world champions. The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
My friends and I ride Get all the time. We don't like to hassle our parents, and we definitely don't want to stay home. Get takes us where we want to go.
Get where you want to go with a Flash Pass, only $25 a month.
We ride Get to keep up with our busy lives. We run all our errands in the same day and save money with the Day Pass. Get even runs late at night and on weekends.
Ride all day for only $1.75 and save money with Get's Day Pass.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
And we begin action from Griffith Field on the campus of Bakersfield High School. Drillers taking on the Sunnyside Wildcats at a first-round playoff game this evening. There have not been any upsets in the first round over about the past 3 or 4 years, except maybe number 5 seeds being number 4 seeds.
Yeah, and that's not really an upset because 5 and 4, you're right there on the cusp. You're even. It's just a matter of records in the different leagues you're in.
We talked about the fact we don't know much about Sunnyside. They're the Wildcats. They finished second in the Northeast Summer League this year. 7-3 overall. They had a 2-point victory over Wheatley last week of 21-19. They don't have the dominance that BHS has had this year, but you never know what might happen in a playoff game.
Well, you're exactly right. You're talking about a one-game playoff. You know, anything can happen in one game. Turnovers, fumble the ball, somebody can pick it up and run it back. You're playing a team you don't know much about. They don't have an extensive history with only 3 years, as opposed to BHS when the same defensive coordinator's been there, and he's pretty much run the same type of defenses, aggressive, they attack. And with Sunnyside, you really don't know much, and they're going to kick off tonight, and they're going to give that explosive driller offense the ball first.
Their head coach Scott Griffin has coached at Fowler and at Bullard High School in Fresno, so he has a lot of experience, and he is happy to be there to take charge of this team. He's done a great job this year with a record of 7-3, competing on the Northeast Summer League with Edison, some teams like that, McLean, Roosevelt, Hoover. The first high school built in Fresno in a number of years.
Yeah, and like I said, we don't know much about them, so it'll be interesting for us to see in the first few series, what kind of speed they have and their size. I don't think they're as big as BHS, but it'll be interesting to see if they have the speed to match up.
Well, they run that wing tee and pass off on it occasionally. See what happens against the Drillers. Very short kickoff. BHS move left to right here in the first quarter. Dover takes it. That's Matthew. To midfield, dribbling out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for BHS. We haven't seen them since the Foothill game.
Exactly, and in that game, we saw a Foothill team really attack the team with the passing game vertically, making some beautiful catches and throws against that Driller team. And for a while, it looked like Foothill had a chance to make the big upset, but Stansel made some big plays in that game and really was the difference.
Dan Engel, sensational sophomore quarterback for Foothill. Thomas Stansel, the ball carry, midfield 50, 45, 40. He will go the distance already to the 10. Touchdown, Drillers. Showing that speed, Brian.
And right on cue, Stansel puts his bid in for the Roadrunner High Speed Online Speeds of the Week again.
Where was the defense?
He makes that one quick move, and again, he reminds me of the great backs that have played here earlier, the James Allisons and the Steve Woffers. They have that ability to make one move, a dip, and then they use their speed and just burst through the hole. And, there was nobody there once he busted out, and This is what he did against Foothill, and he did exactly what I talked about. Beaches had to come out right away and jump on this team.
Well, he made one great move, had a big hole at the right side, and the only guy back was a BHS player. PAT is up. It's good. Eric Barthelmes, just like that. The drills expose 7-0 over Sunnyside. The Wildcats wonder what hit them.
Well, they got their first introduction to Thomas Stansel, and people around the town have already know him very well, and you can see why he's such an impressive back. And in my opinion, he probably is the best overall back because of his ability to catch the ball and his ability to make the long run. You know, I think there's a lot of good backs who can grind it out, but I don't think there's any back that has his ability to game in, game out, go for the big one at any point in time in the game.
And he made a couple of long ones when we did the game against Foothill. That was a game of big plays. 7-0 Drillers that give their defense something to work with. Thomas Johnson runs right, 53 yards in that play. You know, in the Tehachapi Garces game, Evans running back for Tehachapi, his first 2 carries, he gained about 150 yards. His next 10, he gained about 12. And Garces won that game in overtime. That looked like it'd be a blowout. Tehachapi 12, Garces nothing very early on, but the Rams came up tough, so you never know about a game.
No, you know, and if you're Sunnyside, you just have to, you know, settle down, understand that this kid can run, and you know that now, and respect his speed.
And they fumble a kickoff. Barely falling back on the 5-yard line. Out about the half-yard line. Number 23 had trouble with the handle. Byron Bourgeois for Sunnyside.
And then
I think 27 picked it up.
No, 21 picked it up.
21 picked
Donnie
it up.
Maiden.
Donnie Maiden, he almost was tackled for a safety, so it has been a good start for the Wildcats so far tonight.
No, I mean, you couldn't have scripted a worse start for them, you know, if you were sitting there writing this out for TV. But, you know, they have to settle down and just make some plays.
They hike the ball very quickly to the 4-yard line. Is that a fumble out of bounds?
And the Drillers picked it
BHS
up.
is recovered at the 9-yard line on the far side. I believe Adrian Solers was running back. They hiked the ball very quickly. Well, they turn the ball over, and the Drillers have it inside the 10-yard line of Sunnyside. Chance gets some more.
Well, and, I mean, the Driller defense, like we talked about it earlier, I mean, they get takeaways, and then they capitalize. And I believe you're going to see them capitalize on this series right here.
They play McElroy left for the Drillers. Sean Virtue and Stansel on the back from behind Jonathan Dover. Stansel to the 5, running hard and driven back. His forward progress might give him to the 3-yard line. 11-10 to play in the first quarter. BHS 7, Sunnyside nothing.
You know, and that's the other part of Stansel that I like, that he's not afraid, you know, and his stature to go in between the tackles. And he puts his head down, and he'll put a lick on some players, too, when he goes in there.
Runs very hard. Second and goal for the Drillers. Cooper in motion. Wildcats jump, I believe. Or is it against the BHS offensive lineman? It's going to be against the Wildcats. After distance to the goal line, which is not a lot. The Drillers off the 2-yard line. Second goal from the 2 for BHS. Cooper wide left. That was slot man for BHS. Dover. Stansel. Cuts inside. Touchdown. BHS.
I mean, and he had a good-sized hole there. Virtue really just cleans out the way for him. And then Stansel used his speed to just blast in.
Virtue headed the press on the state. Look at him as linebacker or fullback. Maybe more as a linebacker.
I'll tell you this. He plays the game with that, you know, that just all-out aggression and no regard for his body. He goes in there and he bangs, and he's the leader of this team on the defense. I mean, he's the man.
Barthelmes with a PAT. Boots it a long ways. 2 out of 2. 14-0 Thrillers. 10-3 to play in the first quarter. So Stans runs at 53 yards. BHS recovers a fumble. Stans runs at 2 yards. And the Brewers have shell-shocked the Wildcats at this point.
Well, you know, and this is what if you're Coach Harnett, you got to like this. Both sides of the ball, they came out early. You know, you eliminate the whole the visiting team a chance to jump on you, the 8 seed to jump on you by getting out early. And that's, you know, because usually an 8 seed has a little bit of fear about a 1 seed. And if you can go out there and get on them quick, it just seems like to just steamroll in the opposite direction for them, and it's like they can't get it back.
Well, you and I both know how quickly BHS can score. They're a very explosive team. It's a matter of them playing their game for 4 quarters, not making too many mistakes, especially personal foul penalties, to allow the other team to stay in the game.
Well, again, I mean, I believe the way you beat BHS, if you're going to beat them, either do it like Centennial attempts to do is you control it with your size and you make the game a slow game, you ground it on the ground, or you attack them in the air. I don't think, you know, you can try to go big play for big play.
Well, kickoff's proven to be very rattling for Sunnyside. Byron Bourgeois having trouble with that one. Wildcats will take it off their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Their fans have barely gotten comfortable in their seats. Their team was down 14-0 to BHS.
Yeah, you know, and if you're getting here late as a fan coming from Fresno, you know, you're not going to be happy when you walk in the stadium, but they have to get a hold of those kickoffs. You know, kickoffs just have to get up on the ball. They're kicking them low. They're not high, so they're going to be a hard ball to field. You got to get up early on it, or you have to drop back and field it like a shortstop.
Davis will throw. Pass complete far side. Tackled by Matthew Dover for BHS, the left corner. Of course, one of our favorite players in the drills is Josh Shirley.
Yeah.
Outstanding DB and a wide receiver for BHS.
Well, I think for me, he's the guy that I like to watch in terms of being a both-way player and really being the best two-way player that I've seen.
6'1", 190. Davis will run to the 25 and tackle. I don't think he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bircher, Varvel over there for BHS. Quarterback rolling to his left. Everybody was covered. Drill showing the speed of a pursuit on defense.
Well, you know, that's one thing that Harnett really gets on the defense about. He wants all 11 guys flowing to that ball once it's a run.
Running back slips the tackle backfield to the 30, 35. Stays on his feet. Nice run. First down for the Wildcats. Bircher and Carver there. Bob for Perez picked up a first down for Sunnyside.
Yeah, and Perez made a couple of nice moves on the sideline right there. Not much room to work with. Kind of just made a little stop and go, made a guy miss, and picked up some more positive yards after picking up the first down.
You know, BHS has seen a few teams that run this wing T. There's all different formations. On the right side, gain of about 5 yards. Number 7, Samuel White for the Wildcats. So they've seen something they like on back-to-back plays. Wide right, we have Luther Glenn, wide receiver for Sunnyside. They got the ball very quickly. Davis to throw from the 40. Long down the right sideline, single coverage by Dover. Pass incomplete. Nice attempt by Glenn. Luther Glenn. One coverage by Matthew Dover, BHS. Glenn has a height on him.
Yeah, and at being 6'2", he has a little bit of a height advantage where you might be able to get a jump ball situation on Dover's side, but I would be very careful throwing like that to Shirley's side.
Go with him, second man through. And cut from behind. Farvell coming up number 3 for BHS. Tackling Crawford from behind. Loss of 2 or 3 yards.
You know, and he's played some really good. You know, only a junior, he's really played a strong free safety. I mean, a good free safety position in the week games we've seen. Mm-hmm. He comes up and he defends well too on the pass. So, you know, that's what you want. If your free safety can flow like that, that gives you an extra advantage.
Well, after Sunnyside gained that first down, BHS stops him. Punting time for the Wildcats. as they look to the sidelines. The first quarter coming to a conclusion. 14-0 BHS over Sunnyside. Wildcats taking their time. Matthew Dover deep for BHS at his own 30. They boot it away from him. Nice punt to drive it out of bounds. That goes out of bounds. 7:05 to play in the first quarter. It's been all BHS so far. Thomas Stansel with a 53-yard jump for a touchdown. Sunnyside had a ball deep in their own territory. They fumbled the ball at their own 9. A few plays later, Stansel scores off the left side from a great block by Vercher.
And there's a procedure penalty right there against Sunnyside.
Was that guy waving at you?
No, cameraman.
The Drillers will take over inside their 25-yard line. Here in the first quarter, 14-0 BHS over the Wildcats. As we have Shirley and Mackey coming to the right side.
And I would look for the ball to go to one of them on this pass. I was thinking you're going to see a pass play on this one and to try to get Mackey off early.
Matthew Dover, Varvell left side. John LaPro wide open is Shirley. Midfield 50's got it to the 40. One man to beat. 30, 20 to the 10. And he will take it all the way. Josh Shirley, touchdown, BHS.
You know, and he's just continuing a great season for him right there. It was Mackey and Shirley both on this to the right. And a good call by Coach Oliver, offensive coordinator, to call a corner route for Shirley to come clean, and he caught it and ran in for the rest to make it 20-0. And right here, it's just a simple corner route from the slot. Mackey runs a hitch, and the corner goes behind it. It's a smash route is what they call it. One guy goes short, the other guy goes on a corner or a post, depending on his read or what the coach has called.
Number 5, James Lewis had a chance to bring him down, but couldn't do so. Big play BHS, blowing out Sunnyside early in this game. 21-0. 7:44 to play in the first. Three touchdowns barely halfway through the first quarter.
You're talking about
I was ready for the first quarter to come to an end.
On about 4 or 5 plays, too.
Well, they got Shirley on 1-1 coverage, and he was wide open and around the defender. Stance on his run gets a great block line of scrimmage. Gets through that. The defense was to the other side. They were totally fooled. They didn't have a turnover. So their speed and aggressiveness has been too much for Sunnyside early on in this game.
Well, the one thing about this Driller offense, it's an attacking offense. They look to make big plays. You know, they're not satisfied with the short ground them out yardage. They look to make big plays, and they make them. And, you know, as offensive coordinator, you have 5 plays and 3 touchdowns. I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
You know, they've done that before. It's not a first for BHS. Kickoff on the way, hit hard at the 20-yard line. The Drillers flying downfield.
I think the ball's on the ground again.
They cause Sunnyside a fumble. The Drillers think they have it.
I think
in Wildcat territory. Yes, they do.
Well, the players seem to say so. We haven't seen an official say anything yet.
Yeah, Chambers thinks BHS has it.
And the official calls it.
Wow.
Oh, there's the ball right there, and it's, oh yeah, I mean, that's an easy BHS ball.
I think that was James Clifford, number 42.
Yeah.
Who had his hands on that for the Drillers.
And James Clifford, he was warming up with Coach Hen, who is an outside linebacker here at BHS2, and one of the first 2 undefeated seasons, on both the first 2 undefeated seasons. And he was saying that one of his players is going to make a big play, so Clifford's the first guy to do it.
Pitch out of the stance, cuts inside. A drop for a yard loss. Haynes, number 6, making the tackle for Sunnyside.
Yeah, and Haynes did a good job right there, coming up inside, outside in. If he missed the tackle, he still made Stansel go to the flow, but he made a nice tackle, cut him across the thigh boards, and put him down.
21-0 BHS. 7:09 to play in the first quarter. Timeout. The Drillers at the Wildcats' 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11 for BHS.
That's one of the captains, Ivell Burton, coming off the field. Let's hope he's not injured too bad.
BHS looking for more. Dover to throw. To Cooper. 20, 15 gets a block. Slips down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, and Cooper had Varvell down there really with a good block, and he was close to breaking one, taking it to the house.
James Lewis with a tackle for Sunnyside. 6:40 play, first quarter. BHS 21, Sunnyside nothing. First round CIF Central Section, Assembly Division Large School playoff game from Griffith Field. Mack and Shirley wide right. Ball given to Scouts up the middle. Powers his way to about the 10-yard line. I think he'll have the first down for BHS.
And, and that's an example of his strength. I mean, he's hit a yard in front of the first down marker, but he just drives the defenders back and picks up a first down.
Well, Thomas is so quick off the ball.
See him, he's not quitting right there. You see his legs moving, he pushes forward. And
there was a big guy about 6'5", has a hold of him. He throws that guy forward. Interior lineman for Sunnyside, number 77. He's a guy that Stansel drove forward. 6'1", 230.
Yeah.
He drove him forward.
And Stansel stands 5'7", 165. So some of you guys out there watching the game, smaller junior high players, you know, it's about your heart, not always your physical dimensions.
Nice play action. John Mullins to his left. Will be a bootleg to the 10, 5, close to the touchdown. Out of bounds, though. Nice bootleg by Jonathan Dover.
Well, I think Dover did an excellent job. He was looking to throw the ball, of not throwing the ball, put it down and running and getting close to the first down. And I wouldn't be surprised to see right now if he either sneaks it in or they give it to Vercher on the die.
2nd down for 1 for BHS. Looking for more. Dover, Vercher, Stansel. Rashawn up the middle. Touchdown, Drillers. Latest blue. Right through the Sunnyside defensive line.
Well, I don't think, 1 yard, I don't think there's too many teams that are going to stop Vercher on that dive. And there's Justin Hudson, the basketball coach for the BHS Drillers. And he'll probably have some guys coming out of here that'll be on this team. Mackey.
Yeah. With almost with a kick. Matthew Dover the hole for BHS. It's good. 4 out of 4 for Eric. 28-0 BHS. 5:34 to play in the first quarter. Not the half of the first quarter. What does Scott Griffin tell his team?
At this point, I don't think the score is 28-0. They know that, but I think you want to hope the kids continue to play hard, try to stay in the game, and mentally, and that's very tough to do. But you don't want them to just quit. They keep playing hard, and they did in the last series in offense. They just had a punt, and the defense wasn't able to hold up. But there's a lot of defenses that haven't held up to the Driller offense this year, so that's not too bad. And there's Mike Ornalis, the athletic director for Bakersfield High School.
Dallas Grider sitting down.
Mr. Lopez. Yep, Coach Grider was down there too.
Checking out some of the players. They'd like to get some of these boys from BHS, believe me. If they don't go on to a four-year college right after high school.
Well, a lot of these players do. Quite a few of these players do go to BC. Qualls and McGill and some of the other guys that have gone on there and have played very well for the Renegades.
The Gates will play in a Potato Bowl next week against Allen Valley College. They have this week off. Maybe Robert Thomas will be able to play next week for BC. Been out for about 3 weeks. So the Wildcats will start inside the 15.
Yeah, you know, and right now you just want something positive to happen. You know, a first down, you know, try to have something going positive. See if you can, you know, here's a return right there, and he runs to his own man. But right there, I mean, he needs to get that other hand on that ball to protect it so they don't rip it out again.
Cashman Thomas, return man. Sunnyside. Oh, about 3 drillers. Hit number 7, Samuel White, as he tries to cut back.
And you know Virtue's in there. And then
Drillers flying to the ball.
Chambers was in there. And so was Earl Johnson IV. So, but again, that's the trademark, though, of a Harnett defense is all the guys flow like that.
There's the throw out to the outside. Carr missed the tackle. But 3 drillers come over to up in the ball carrier. 31 for BHS.
Ryan Reese, he's the outside linebacker.
Talked about Mr. Johnson, a fourth, number 53. Down lineman for BHS. Chambers, defensive number 40. Purely Matthew Dover, the corners. Varvel, free safety. Vircher, the linebacker. St. Powell, 66. Davis gets the ball, number 3. Adrian Sellers, right side, about the 20-yard line. They'll be about 4 yards shy on the first down. Punting time for Sunnyside once again. So the Wildcats have been unable to do much tonight. They have turned the ball over twice. Deep inside their territory, BHS has scored. Aladrillo has scored from long distance the other 2 times. Back deep for the Drills, Matthew Dover. Kind of high away from him, he'll let it drop. And BHS will have very good field position. As if we need it. 20-0 Drillers. They're at the Wildcat 47-yard line.
You know, this is a tough dilemma as offensive coordinator. I mean, what do? You're already winning 28-0 in the first quarter, and you know one of your prime players who is a big-time prospect for college hasn't touched the ball yet.
Blake Mackey. There he is. That's the ball, Mackey. A put him down the 42-yard line. A probably hit.
That's an easy call right there.
After Blake was down.
And you see right there.
Jeff Haynes, the guilty party for the Wildcats.
You know,
I thought BHS needs any help.
Yeah, and you can't afford to make those kind of mistakes can be eliminated in any level of football. You already see the guy down, and you go hit him that late. I mean, that's going to be an easy call for any official. Even you, my friend, could have the pinstripes and call that one.
Mackey in motion for the Drillers. Jonathan Dover looking left, sets up, looking for Mackey. Long on the left sidelines, double covered. Intercepted out of bounds by Darren Wade of Sunnyside.
But that was a good coverage right there. Dover was lucky really that got out of bounds. The only other option he would have had is just to throw it short because Mackey was in the hole between the defenders, and that's something that, you know, as you go up levels,
you knew he was throwing the ball
to
to Mackey, though. We knew all the way.
But that's when you just tell he was throwing to a spot, and he really wasn't throwing to the player.
Sterling Mackey wide right, Farfell. Or 23 wide left. Ball going to Scansel, hit the back for another line drop. For a loss of 2 or 3 yards. Lopez for Sunnyside. Number 32, Hector Carrillo.
And right here, he's just going to do a draw play. Stansel doesn't sneak through. And Richard Lopez slams him back.
Slam job for Lopez. Lopez up front, on with John Coronado, 77. Defensive tackles for Sunnyside. 2:25 to play in the first. Goblin over the throw. Nice protection. Fires it high, complete for Cooper. On the coverage, Darren Wade for Sunnyside. The Wildcats stop the Drillers.
Be a field goal attempt for the Drillers now.
Eric Barthelmez has a great leg to BHS. Trying a 45-yarder. Matthew Dover holding. $45 attempt for Eric Barthelmez of BHS. Line drive. No good. Push pull on him by number 26. Kashim Thomas.
Yeah, I think if it would have got up, it would have been a block kick.
Sunnyside held.
Sunnyside held on that. Now they had to hit the, like I said, just try to pick up a first down and just, inch their way back in, because that's the kind of offense they're running with the wing T. It's not really an offense that you're going to look to come from behind, but in a stretch you have to now. They have to stick to their game plan and just try to get some points on the board before the halftime.
Willing Debs, the quarterback. 25-yard line goes number 41 for Sunnyside. Crawford. About 4 or 5 yard pickup for Sunnyside. 20-0 BHS. 1:55 to play in the first quarter. Drillers looking to go 11-0. Davis, play action fake. The pass will not complete. Number 30, first down at the 40-yard line. Edwin Luciano, tight end for Sunnyside.
Yeah.
First down for Wildcats. They go to the outside. Chambers will tackle for the Drillers. Called second and 9 for Sunnyside. After on 41-yard line. A little quicker to the ball. Donnie Maiden, wide right. Second man through. Hit a backfield, gets away. 35, 30-yard line. Back by Francis, the BHS.
And that was just good effort on his part. A man hit him in the backfield. He spun off of him and picked up the first down.
Well, Wilford Glenn coming back to the game for Sunnyside. Number 9. The cover by Varvel on this side, left side. Glenn goes, QB, man in motion. Second man through. Putting an opening to about the 33-yard line. Check that 43-yard line, BHS territory. So the Wildcats putting together a little bit of a drive here late in the first quarter. Wagner brings the play in for Sunnyside, number 84. As the first half now is coming to a conclusion. Davis, out of backfield pass complete, number 15, far side, thrown down. That will be Tyrone Burton of the Wildcats. 28-0 BHS over Sunnyside from Griffith Field. Third and about 2 for Sunnyside. You're watching a prep football game of the week on CNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
People everywhere are choosing digital cable over satellite and adding Roadrunner high-speed online, all from Time Warner Cable. Let's find out why.
And one call gets it all, Doc.
I watch great TV, rain or shine.
That's very entertaining.
I'm on the internet in a nanosecond.
That's very fast.
And I can do them both at once.
That's very amazing.
Another day, another miracle.
Call Time Warner today for special savings on digital cable and Roadrunner. Call now.
saying thank you to one of the greatest hockey players ever to play the game. For the third time in a row, they are the world champions. The network that revolutionized sports television now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
And Tyrone Burton for Sunnyside just broke off a 41-yard touchdown run as we were away, and now they're on the scoreboard, making it like Thomas Stansel.
And here, right here, Burton sees the dive man coming through on the wing tee. He's going to make one move, bounces off a player. There's no drillers in the picture, and he runs down the middle, and he's only a sophomore at 5'11", 195. So Sunnyside coaching staff has a couple of years to see this young man.
You know, Matthew Dover never got to him, the DB for BHS, who was blocked out of the play. 41 yards. They're on the boards.
But, you know, we just alluded to that after the last driller score that, you know, they need to get some things happening, some first downs, then try to put some points on the board before the half. And they've already done that. You know, now you have to inch your way back in the game. And the fortunate thing is there's a lot of game left to play. If their defense can come up and make a stop, you know, and maybe catch a driller offense that's, you know, that's a little complacent and may not be in the same focus and mind state that they were at the start of the game.
Well, this has been a big play type of contest between BHS, Sunnyside, 28-7. Now the Wildcats kicking off here early in the second quarter. Line drive it. Bounces off of Dover out of bounds. It will be driller ball. Matthew Dover cannot come up with that line drive type of onside kickoff. We talked about the fact that maybe Sunnyside could get in position to score, and they're scoring a 41-yarder. Pass to Mackey, far side. Complete. Gets away momentarily. We're not sure where they will spot it. Very short game for BHS.
Yeah, that was just good coverage right there by the defensive secondary, and coming up and making tackle on a very elusive player who also is one of those guys with one move and he can be gone.
Well, Sunnyside played much better during the last BHS series. On their offensive series, they scored from 41 yards away. Jonathan Dover QB for the Drillers. Blake Mackey in motion. Stansel behind. The quarterback has the ball. 40, 35. Look out, burst of speed. Hey, goes down finally at the 45-yard line, Sunnyside territory. Thomas Stansel, number 5 for the Drillers.
You know, and he really is the equalizer for that Driller offense. You know, it seems like whenever a team makes a move against the Drillers, he comes back with a big play to give them a little breathing room. All right, he's going to go off tackle, draw play, breaks to the right. Now he goes straight ahead, and look at his strength as he runs through a guy and still picks up another 3 or 4 yards after the contact.
Runs very hard. Trip left for the Drillers. Over the throw. Pass behind Mackey. Picked off by Sunnyside. Number 4, Troy Mathershad. Able to pour and read. And a poor throw by Jonathan Dover.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it was a poor throw, but it was a miscommunication because it was threw it around the money just to the wrong guy. But what you had right there is you had Mackey going on a streak, and you had Dover throwing to a hook. And it ended up being
a little
miscommunication and a hookup and interception for Sunnyside right there.
All of a sudden, Sunnyside has a little bit of life in this game. Down 20-7 against BHS. They're on 35. The guy who scored the touchdown, Burton, fights his way to about the 37-yard line. Wildcats come up very quickly to the ball. Glenn Davis, number 1, is the quarterback. They use an assortment of running backs throughout. Edwin Solis, number 3. St. Burton. Solis in motion. Davis to throw. Fires it. And complete. Knocked away by Matthew Dover, BHS.
That's a good play by Dover right there to leave his feet and knock the ball away.
Perez, the intended receiver for Sunnyside.
And put Sunnyside in a third down situation. I think that benefits the Drillers when it gets third down and third down 8, third down 10.
We'll call 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. Solos wide right. Davison coming up to the ball. Going to his right. Comes the pressure. Davis flush out of the pocket. Chambers misses him. Throws it complete. Number 30. Midfield 50 to the 45. Shirley brings him down. First down for the Wildcats in BHS territory.
I'll tell you, that play right there was all double deep. Dwayne Davis, he kept alive from the pressure, scrambled around, and then, his players also stayed alive. Edwin Luevanos, we'll see right here, I'm talking about Davis. He's looking for Luevanos to begin with. He's not open. He starts to roll out to his right. Going to fake the pass, stays alive, gets it off, and puts up a big first down for Sunnyside.
How about Luevanos, the tight end, for the second reception tonight? Well, a quarterback made that play happen. His elusiveness. Tight end was able to get open. Second down, 2nd and 7 for Sunnyside. Davis looks on the backfield. Long on the right sidelines for Glenn, complete. He had Dover beat. The pass was thrown behind him. Tough throw by Davis.
Yeah, and right there, Davis didn't get on the money. He had them beat. They got the matchup they wanted. But the one thing as the receiver, you don't want to see the receiver like Luther Glenn stop running to put your hand out. You keep running. Let the quarterback make the throw or not make the throw. But you don't want to stop putting your hand up like you're waiting a fair catch.
Mouth to go one-on-one coverage. There's Burton again left side. Inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. He will be very close for the first down for Sunnyside.
And I mean, he's tough on those dives.
Depends on the mark or the spot.
They're probably going to come out and measure it.
Bring out the Chang gang. It's been a very quick second quarter.
Yeah, it has been.
I wanted the first quarter to end very quickly. The second quarter's gone faster than I thought. There's some big plays in this game. 28-7 in favor of BHS as they lead by 3 touchdowns. Changan coming out to measure this one for Sunnyside.
And we've had a few players make some great plays using speed. Stansel on his first run, Shirley.
First down.
And also we saw the young man Burton also use some speed. So we've had some the Roadrunner High Speed Online Speeds of the Week candidates already.
First down for the Wildcats at the BHS 27. Second down for number 27. Breaks it open to about the 22-yard line. Varvell will tackle for BHS. Number 27, Gilbert Perez.
And that's a good job, Varvell, staying at home and not going for the action in the backfield and reading his key and staying there and making the play.
Dallas Crowder, the BC coach, is excited. He's standing up.
There's a fade open in there.
Davis, number 3, Sellers, gets a block. 20, 15, here we go! Touchdown, Sunnyside! We have a ball game.
Well, I'll tell you, Luther Glenn made a great block from the receiver position coming down and cracking on the support defensive player. And then Sellers made a good cut, and he used some speed to get to the corner and score a touchdown.
That was a long drive by Sunnyside. They got thrown 30-yard line. That will go for the single point. With 11 seconds to play here in the first half. Nice snap. Takes the line drive, it's good.
And you'll see Sellers right here. He's coming off, tackle to the right. Makes a hesitation and a nice cutback right there. Lets his blockers clear a way out for him. And right there, he just runs away from the driller defense for a touchdown.
Well, BHS came out smoking tonight. Sunnyside was down. Well, the Wildcats are turning up the defense a little bit.
And and also they're taking advantage of, I believe, a team that's got out to an early lead and kind of, rested on their laurels a little bit, and their guard is down, and they're not as intense as they were when they first came out on offense or defense. But you got to give the Sunnyside coaching staff and their players, they didn't quit, they didn't stop playing, they continue to play hard, and they've gotten a break, and they've taken advantage of the interception, and now they're within 2 touchdowns, and have turn this into a game in the first half.
Remember, BHS took advantage of a couple of mistakes. A fumble at the Sunnyside 9, a fumble on a kickoff at the 20, so they got a couple of easy scores. Line drive a kickoff out of bounds. They've been going to this side where Dover and company are at. Sunnyside not kicking along downfield.
Well, that's because Shirley's run one back this year, and Mackey can run one back, so they're just choosing to get the field position as opposed to getting up a touchdown.
Sunnyside was down 1 point, 20-0. Now they have cut the score in half, 28-14. 11 seconds to play here in the first half. Trip right for the Drillers. Down Dover, out to Mackey. 33, 45, 40, makes a nice move, stays on his feet, goes out of bounds. At the 45-yard line. It should be a first down for BHS, at least very close. Depending on the mark. 2 seconds left.
And you can see what Coach Olive's doing. He's getting the ball to Mackey short, and it's going to let him use his athletic ability and make the big play for him or pick up a first down.
Cooper wide left for the Drillers. They have Shirley. Mackey wide right for BHS. Dover. Stancil. Cuts back about the 47. The score clock has fooled me again.
Yes, it has.
Shirley motion for BHS. Dover to Stancil. Low opening. 45, 40. It could be a race. It's a goal. 40, 20, 10. Touchdown. BHS.
And this is what he did against Foothill. Every time Foothill made a move, he equalized it with a move of his own. And right there, he goes off tackle, breaks it out to the outside, and streaks down the sideline for another touchdown.
As we see Thomas Stancil. He explodes into the opening.
I mean,
Will have that sustaining power.
He's doing this again. I mean, he's going to make us have a pick 'em again for him for a Speedster of the Week.
There's the clock for number 5. With almost a kick for BHS. Will it be 5 for 5? He is 5 for 5 today for Eric. So Stancil scored 3 times. Shirley once, Virtue once for BHS. 45-14. With 7:07 to play in the first half. It was actually 8:53 to play in the half. We thought it was 53 seconds. It looks like a 0. I didn't think they were using a running clock.
I didn't either, but
high scoring affair. Well, he gives Stance a 1 block at line of scrimmage.
well,
He is dynamite.
especially if you can catch a team playing man-to-man defense, because the corners are going to go and the safeties are going to go with the people who are running routes. And if he's able to bust through, there's not going to be anybody that's going to be able to catch him.
How about Deion Sanders?
Well, on this field tonight, how about that?
Devin Francis kicks off for the Drillers. Booms it deep, number 9. Giving Eric Bartholomew a little rest. Eric 5 for 5 PATs. Already tonight for the Drillers. Wildcats up, 7:07 to play, first half. BHS 35, Sunnyside 14 from Griffith Field, where the tradition is storied. Historical. Sunnyside beginning a new tradition. Davis will throw. Right sideline, a pass incomplete. Far from the coverage. Maiden, the intended receiver for the Wildcats, number 21.
Yeah, that was a good throw right there by Davis right there. Maiden just couldn't come up with it, couldn't get that second hand up there in time to make the catch.
How does Nebraska give up over 60 points in a football game?
Somebody's had a good game plan, the athletes to execute. Can happen to anybody. And there goes, there's a good tackle by Johnson, the 4th right there.
Earl Johnson, the 4th. Telling everybody, I am not the 4th best. That's just my name. Earl the 4th. How about Calvin, number 77? Davis to throw. Here comes the pressure. He gets away. Fires it. Incomplete. Almost picked up by Marvell. Kind of for Burton.
And Calvin was putting some pressure on him too.
Yeah, some heavy pressure on him.
But right there, I mean, you can see the strength of Dwayne Davis at 5'10", 185. He's able to just step out of tacklers and give himself time to throw a pass. And there's Calvin going off the field there.
Dwayne Davis will be punting for Sunnyside. Matthew Dover deep for BHS. Bad snap. Davis is caught, tackled inside the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Drillers. Now, it's beginning to get ugly again for Sunnyside.
Well, I think on that series on defense, the Drillers got back to playing driller football. And this has just been too bad for the Sunnyside team so far tonight. Right here, just right through his hands, and they just had those kind of mistakes tonight, and it's hurt them. And they just put their defense in bad position.
The Drillers inside the 5, first and goal. Jonathan Dover, QB. Mack to wide right. Bercher. Stance in the backfield. Play action at the end zone. Touchdown! Dover to Mackey. Another Driller score.
And that's just a nice slant route. Good throw by Dover. Barely beats the coverage. Touchdown Drillers.
Mackey's first score tonight. Stansel has 3. Shirley has 1.
Vercher has 1.
All the main guys. Barthelmess with a PAT. Dover holding. It's up. It's high enough. It is good. (42-14) BHS. They converted 3 turnovers inside the Sunnyside 20-yard line. One at the 9, here at the 4. Another one at the 20-yard line.
You know, and that's 21 points. It's a 28-point difference now, so you're talking about really bad field position off turnovers and mistakes have really taken you out of the game.
The quarterback was also a punter. Working on the sidelines, taking some of the snaps. 42-14 BHS. Still in the second quarter. Above Griffith Field. Nathan Francis will kick off for the Drillers. Number 9. He boots it deep. Into the end zone. First and 10 for the Wildcats to throw on the 20-yard line. Down by the enormous score of 42-14.
Well, they're back to where they were last time. Down 28 points. And again, they're not just still enough time for them to claw back like they did last time. If they claw and get back in, they can't give up the mistakes and get the big touchdown.
Number 23, the ball carrier, Bourgeois, Byron for Sunnyside. Up to about the 21-yard line. Second round throw, Bourgeois, and it goes down. Nice tackle by Carr, BHS, number 8. Staying his lane. Not being fooled by the extra fake. Out for the Wildcat, third down.
Right there, stuffed in the backfield.
Powell, the initial stop for the Drillers. Number 66. Davis rolling to his left. Away from the pressure, throws it. Incomplete. On the coverage, Dustin Cooper for BHS, number 84. Galindo on the sidelines gets the call for the Drillers. Matthew Dover deep for BHS. 42-14 Drillers here in the second quarter. Playoff game. CIF Central Section, Assembly Division, large schools. The Sunnyside Wildcats, the Bakersfield High Drillers. Sunnyside has had 3 crucial turnovers inside their own territory. The punt off the foot of Davis and goes out of bounds. So he was tackled inside his 4. He somewhat shanks this punt. And BHS has it inside the Wildcat 40-yard line after 37. So it has been a long night for Sunnyside, and we are only in the first half.
Yeah, and they've had some things to cheer about, but mistakes have put them right back in the hole again.
They actually scored back-to-back touchdowns. Shirley Dover to her left. Like Mack and wide right has a touchdown score. Varvell in the backfield. Hit hard. Inside of 35 to about the 32. Daniel Varvell starts a free safety for BHS. Coming in for Thomas Stansel, who has 3 scores this evening. Cooper brings the play in for the Drillers. Well, 2nd and 4. With 4:20 to play in the first half. Shirley in motion. Jay Dover. Virtue hit the backfield and dropped. Nice tackle by 44. Ramos. Tomas Ramos.
And he did a good job of wrapping him up and holding on to him and ripping him down.
Nice play by Ramos.
It was good to see Burton back in the game. We saw him come out a little earlier in the first quarter. But he's back in the game and he's playing hard.
A defensive tackle for Sunnyside. Shirley slot right, Mackey wide right. Jake over the throw, long for Blake Mackey. Up in the air, he's got it. Out of bounds though. Covers by number 4, Mathershed for Sunnyside.
And that was really good coverage. I mean, you can't have much better coverage on Mackey like that. He has the speed to go by. You keep your relationship. You use the sideline as an extra defender. Incomplete pass.
Out for BHS, 4th and 4. Matthew Gover comes wide left. Shirley Mackey right side. Jake over the throw, complete to Mackey. Hit on drop to the 40-yard line.
He should be close to a first down if he doesn't have it.
See playoff action from BHS.
And he didn't get the first down.
The Wildcats take over. Very short game by Blake. Tried to reach for the first down, came up short. 42-14.
Well, the last time the Wildcat defense came up with a stop, they scored, so we'll have to see what happens on this one.
Davis to Solos. Running right, hit and dropped.
And
nice pursuit, Virtue.
And there's Virtue. Coming inside out for his linebacker position. Making a solid tackle.
Number of former BHS thrillers who are playing defense for Fresno State this year, playing very well. Led by Bryce McGill. Some guys up front. You have a linebacker and the down lineman. Some guys backups. Double reverse. Number 9 to throw. 27 wide open. Got 35 thrown down.
And that was a nice little play right there.
Gilbert Perez, the receiver. Number 9 for toss. Luther Glenn.
Yeah, Luther Glenn threw a nice pass. Perez was wide open. You know, they were looking for the run, and man slipped out. Somebody lost their man. But good, well-designed play.
They're bringing out their bag of trucks.
By Coach Griffin.
Burton again hit the backfield and dropped. Finally, as we hear the whistle, Eric Chan's 89 for BHS. Making the tackle, getting some playing time. 2nd and 9 for Sunnyside. Saw Blake Mackey on the sidelines. Glenn wide left. For the Wildcats, 2 minutes of play, first half. Second man through. Like 27, had an open to the outside, came back inside. Gilbert Perez. I thought he should have bounced it to the outside.
We have a player injured right there, 55. Juan Oliveras.
.145 to play in the second quarter. BHS 42, Sunnyside 14. Large school Summer Division playoff game from Griffith Field. Tim Hartnett's team in control here in the first half. Over Scott Griffin's club from Fresno.
And they had control early, and then like they kind of lost control you know, like I said, when you get up 28-0, sometimes you have a tendency not to have the same focus and kind of let down.
Well, we thought the half was over, and there's still 7 minutes to go. So
yeah, and
maybe they couldn't read the scoreboard like us.
Well, the Wildcats made a good push to get back within 28-14, and then the Driller offense got his focus back, and so the defense. And they put the points right back on the board and got that 28-point lead back.
Well, you know, Sunnyside turned the ball over inside their 10 after 20 inside their 5. Only attempted punt. So, 3 turnovers deep in their own territory.
Yeah, and you can't do that against any team, let alone the number 1 seed, you know, in the section in the big schools. But they did, and they've tried to battle back, and they've done, you know, you have to give them credit for not folding their tents and just rolling over all the way. And as we see right there, Juan Oliveira's coming off. He's having a problem with his leg there.
Yeah. If you'd like a copy of tonight's game or any other program produced by Time Warner Cable, give us a call at 322-1941, 322-1941. They're at Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
There's Calvin, who's on the intro for Time Warner High School Game of the Week.
Unfortunately, Oliveira's looking in a lot of pain. Gave us the throw, sack, back to the 40-yard line. Chambers and Carr.
And that's a good job by Chambers and Carr because Davies has been able to get out of the pressure, it seems like almost every time tonight, and that's how they made the big play when the Drillers needed it on 3rd down.
Chambers 185, Carr about 190. Defensive ends for the Drillers. Less than a minute to play in the second quarter.
This time you're correct.
I can't guarantee it.
This time you're correct.
Okay. Davison Foe sets up long on the right sidelines. Matthew Dover knocks it down. The intended receiver was Maiden for Sunnyside. Dover had a chance for a pick. Knocked it down to the ground.
But I tell you, that was a smarter play than getting the pick. He just got he'd have picked the ball, he'd been down the 8-yard line. Instead, they had the ball on the 40 with 41 seconds left. That was a great heads-up play by Dover right there. Because he easily could have caught it, and you could tell he didn't. He just grabbed it and threw it down.
Could have added to his stats.
Yeah, but he made the right
play.
play.
Good team play. 41 seconds left here in the second quarter. Matthew Dover come out wide left. Malcolm wide right, Shirley in motion for BHS. Jonathan Dover, play action, a throw. Looking for Blake. 1-1 covers, he's got it. Flag is down.
They're going to call offensive pass interference on this one.
Touchdown, but.
And now they got a taunting as well.
Brian says Blake was pushing off on the play. We'll see if Mr. Adams is right.
I think they're going to call it on the offense. You rarely see it called, but I think they're going to call it on Blake this time.
We'll see if the former BHS star, Brian Adams, is correct on his call, his assessment.
And I know the second flat, the penalty is a taunting penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. And he's not celebrating, so I think that's coming back.
Brian is right.
With the unsportsmanlike conduct, that's 30 yards worth of penalties. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. We might be able to. But the guy falling out, and I don't know how much he put it on, but I know his hands were down. And when you get your hands, on offensive defense, if your palms are facing out towards the other player, it's an easy call for the official. If you really want to do that play, and you watch on good college receivers, good pro receivers will do it, they'll use the backside of their hand and ride the player off. And it's rarely called when you do it that way.
I think he shoved him out of the way to make the catch. I don't think it was a difficult call for the official. Anyway, BHS back at their 10-yard line. Not going to cover very closely. The 44 the ball carrier.
Another
Jeff
penalty.
Morris for the Drillers. Across the 10-yard line. The penalty flags are coming. And coming.
This Juan Gonzalez we've seen earlier get his leg hurt, and they're attending to him right now.
He was in a lot of pain as he left the field for Sunnyside from Fresno. The penalty is against the Wildcats. And the clock runs and continues to run here in the second quarter. BHS is in no hurry to snap the ball. In fact, they don't have to. McElwain White. Jake over to throw. Sets up, here comes the pressure. And Jonathan Dover goes down to the 9-yard line. As the first half comes to a conclusion. 42-14 BHS over Sunnyside on CNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
Now, more than ever, the fun starts here. The new Roadrunner, the exciting high-speed online service where you can play the Fab Grab to win a trip to the MyVH1 Music Awards, live December 2nd in Los Angeles. Plus, tons of cool prizes. Just find the Roadrunner and get an instant win gameplay, plus a grand prize sweepstakes entry. Check Roadrunner's top picks for details and catch the fun. Awarded highest customer satisfaction among high-speed internet service providers by J.D. Power & Associates. Call now.
We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now they get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
You have a home video, or 2 or 3, and you want your family, friends, and neighbors to have a copy. Where do you go? Time Warner Productions, of course. We'll make copies of your tape using high-quality professional tape, label it, and house it in a sleeve for protection, and have it ready for you in no time. We accept VHS, SVHS, VHS-C, Betamax, Mini-DV, and 8mm videotape. We'll even convert to and from foreign formats. We can even edit and print pictures from your videos. Got a broken tape? We can fix that too. Just stop by the Time Warner Cable office on Select or call for more information.
It is 42-14 at halftime in favor of BHS over Sunnyside High of Fresno. A game which has seen a lot of big plays by both teams. The Sunnyside has turned the ball over 3 times inside their 20-yard line. BHS has taken advantage every single time for 21 points. Thomas Stansel has rambled for some huge touchdown runs in this game, but at one point, Sunnyside cut the lead to a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, they've battled back. I was in 2 touchdowns, and then just made some mistakes, and it cost them, and put it back actually to the 28-point lead again.
Well, Thomas Stansel has 3 scores for BHS. Blake Mackey has 1. Josh Shirley has 1. Virtue has 1. Did I miss anybody? Well, that's 6 scores.
That's all 6. And Thomas Stansel, he just must, when we come here, I think he just brings out a show because he had 3 touchdowns in the Foothill game and 2 of those electrifying runs like he had tonight.
53-yard run, a 2-yard run, a 55-yard run tonight for Thomas Stansel of BHS. He's got some great yards per carry in the games we've done. He averages about 8.3 yards per carry.
Well, I think he averages almost 15 to 16 yards when we do the games because he breaks these 50 and 70-yard runs.
Dwayne Davis is a quarterback for Sunnyside. Also serves as a punter. Let's look at Scott Griffin, the head coach. Souls to the outside. Barreled down by Carr, BHS. Great tackle. As Carr drove him back, the ball carrier.
And that's what you want your outside linebacker to do right there, is just nail down anything that comes outside, either flushes it back in or he makes the play himself.
Clark Chambers has been very efficient tonight. Clark gets a piece of the ball carrier.
And that's an example of pushing the man back into the pursuit he has. He keeps his outside contained. And Dover and Vircher come in and they make the play.
Third and 7 for Sunnyside.
So you see Carr right there. He plays off the blocker, cuts it in there, and Dover and Vircher are in there, and Davis hit hard right there.
Davis, the ball carrier for Sunnyside. Cut short of the first down marker for the Wildcats. Fourth down from the 25-yard line. Davis to punt. Matthew Dover back deep for BHS as they look to add to their 42-14 lead.
Well, they're going to get a delay of game if they don't call a timeout.
Sunnyside is going to waste the timeout here early in the second half.
Yeah, they didn't get all their guys out there on for the punt team.
Scott Griffin assisted by Blake Hudson, Brian Allen, Brian Fuentes, Eric Colinelli, Keone Ashley, John Micah Clanton, and Walt McCarthy. Tim Hartnett, assisted by Mark Hudson, Johnny Moran, Jason Oliver, David Hinn, Sean McKeon, and Joseph Bergman. Tim Hartnett's had quite an impressive record here at BHS since he became head coach.
Yes, he has. I mean, he's like I said, his defense has continued when he's a defensive coordinator and an assistant. As now the head coach has played the same, and he has offensive play. Good play, catch right there by Dover. And his offensive teams have played well, and great defense and solid offense. You're going to go and get 10, 11 win seasons.
That was Coach Hartnett. Nice catch by Matthew Dover. Well, Davis serves as a punter for Sunnyside. Had to catch a number of snaps over his head.
And that led to an easy touchdown to Mackey on a slant.
Jonathan Dover operating from the shotgun for the Drillers. Play action, the throw, the pass complete. Shirley at midfield. They'll be close to the first down for the Drillers. Josh Shirley, number 32. Cross pattern.
And that was a great open field tackle by Tori Mathershed right there. One-on-one, wrapped Shirley up. And short of the first down.
Back in wide right, Shirley slot right. Dolphin Dover to Cooper. That's a 50, cuts back 45, 40, dives about the 35. First down for the Drillers.
It looked for a second like Cooper had nowhere to go, and then he kind of was real patient, hesitated, and broke out to pick up a first down.
Some of the Drillers made it to the Valley Finals in 2 of the last 3 years.
Excuse me?
BHS has made it to the Valley Finals in 2 of the last 3 years.
Yes.
I think so. They go with all pass complete to Mackey and lose one tackler. 55, 30, 25, finally dragged down. At about the 25-yard line, here comes the white flag. Blake Mack with another reception for BHS. See Burton.
It's just a one-step drop, get the ball to Mackey and let him be an athlete. And right there, he makes a guy miss. And then right there, Mackey is drugged down.
By James Lewis.
By Lewis.
Number 5. Apparently some words were exchanged between Lewis and Mackey. Personal foul against Sunnyside. BHS knocking on the door again. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes, they are.
Kick that door in. Shirley single running back, pitch back, Dover, Shirley running left, cuts back to the 10. Off the 9-yard line for Josh Shirley.
You know, we haven't seen Stansel in the game in a while in the backfield. I wonder what's going on with that.
They're resting him for another long run.
Okay, that's what it is. I see him on the sideline.
Gets the helmet off. Well, we have Sanchez in the backfield for BHS number 41, while Varvel. Still have Jonathan Dover, Cooper, Sherlin Mackey up front. Switching off some of the other backfield guys. On Varvel, single running back. Out of the ball, the handoff, Sunnyside ball.
Yeah, just a mishandling of the ball right there, and Sunnyside was optimistic and fell on it and stopped that touchdown.
They pick the pitch out to Varvel, tries to get it inside, and kind of have a mishandle. The Drillers turn it over to Sunnyside.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now, it's not 40 seconds left.
Halfback option. 27 gets away, rolls to his left, comes back, and a smash at the 5-yard line. Is that Calvin?
That is Calvin there.
7-7, hello. Smackdown. We go to the left. The ball carried to about the 10-yard line. BHS springing out very well on defense. 7:50 will play in the third quarter. BHS 42, Sunnyside 14. Davis to throw. Hit and dropped from the backfield by Powell, BHS. At the 2 or 3 yard line. And he'll be punt from his own end zone.
Oh yes, that's very dangerous. You don't have much room to move. Davis drops back, Powell comes through. Back can't pick him up, he gets the sack.
Well, Carl applying some pressure on the left side. Powell coming from the other side of the backside.
Well, the Drillers will get very good field position once again.
Matthew Dover is standing at the Sunnyside 35-yard line. Number 88 for the Drillers. Davis will punt. High snap. Flags on both sides. Davis will punt. Back foot on the in line. Down the block, and it's very short. Dover gets away from it. It's down at the 33-yard line. So the Drillers, excellent field position here in the third quarter, 42-14.
And that's what a great defense does for you. They suffocate the team, keep them pinned down deep in their territory, and give your offense a great field position to try to put some more points on the board.
Those guys do not look very excited. Marcus Scott in the backfield for BHS number 4. 35 is the ball carrier. Here's going back. Ron Hughes for the Drillers.
Yeah, Ron
Hughes
Hughes
had Thomas Stansel in the second half.
Yeah, I think Stansel's done it for the game. As you see, he has a Parker on now, so yeah, he's not coming back.
You know, I both know he would love to play.
Oh yeah, I mean, this kid just loves to play football. It wouldn't matter when it was, what time of the year it was. And he's just a great performer.
Couple wide left for the Drillers. Scott, slot right. Scott in motion. There's Hughes again, left side. It's about the 30-yard line.
Another flag come down?
The ball's off the Wildcat 30-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats.
Larry Williams, number 33 for Sunnyside. Quite upset. Will appear as a penalty will be against them.
I'll pick up a first down right there.
Referees are talking things over with Sunnyside coach Scott Griffin. Now they're not talking about the cost of pizza. Well, the tax on it. Well, the fact that now it's a good time to go Christmas shopping.
Not if you don't like crowds.
I like crowds at football games. I like crowds at the Rose Bowl.
Let's not talk about the Rose Bowl right now.
Jonathan Knowles looking right. Sets up, fires it. Great catch by Shirley. Touchdown, BHS.
And that was good timing right there. He ran it out, beat the man coverage, and Dover made a really nice throw to the outside. An easy touchdown right there for Shirley. 5-step drop, he plants, he's throwing it out. Nice throw. Shirley comes out of his break, good catch. Touchdown.
Nice grab by Josh Shirley. Doesn't very easily like Blake Mackey. Second touchdown reception tonight to Josh. 7 on the year. Kick is up and it's good by Barthelmus. He has not missed this evening. 7 out of 7 for Eric for EB. Five and 19 to play here in the third. BHS 49 and Sunnyside 14. Wildcats, the Drillers from Griffith Field. BHS looking to make 11-0 this year. Sunnyside 7-3 coming in. Needs a number of miracles to be 8-3.
Yeah, I think they're headed for 7-4. The Drillers are going to be 11-0 after tonight. And, you know, really the Drillers, they came out early, jumped on them, took advantage of some mistakes, had a little lapse in concentration, and allowed the Wildcats to get back into the game. But they answered right back, got the lead back to 28. Now they had another touchdown. And with, 5 minutes left in this quarter and a fourth quarter play, I think this will be it for Sunnyside.
And how many games this year has Thomas Stansel only played one half?
Well, when you're getting up on teams early, there's going to be a lot of games that happens to you as a player. But you don't mind that because that means you're winning and you're playing very good, and you've gotten off already. So I think it's a chance for guys who don't really get a chance maybe to play as much. There's other guys who practice hard all year long, and really their practice helps you be better players for the game, and they get a chance to come out and get underneath the lights and let their family see them play.
Contribute for a bigger part of the team. There's the quarterback looking right. The pass complete far side. Luther Glenn makes a move on Dover, gets by him. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Luther Glenn. His first name is my wife's maiden name. Luther.
Luther. All right. Well, Luther made a nice little move on the sideline there to elude the tackler and picked up a first down.
Burton the ball carrier to about the 39-yard line. Reese and Powell over there for BHS. Most of the Drillers starters are playing on defense. They're throwing a couple of backup guys that they get playing time throughout the year.
Yeah, their linebackers now are the backup linebackers, so they're getting a chance to get their playing time. And
Woody, Reese. Hager. Davis' throw, comes the pressure, and it goes down. Carr gets credit for the sack on his own.
Yeah, Davis did a good job early in the game of getting away from Carr and the gang, but they have his number now, and they're starting to tattoo him.
Jason Carr, number 8.
And we'll see Carr come on the left side of the screen, beating his man on the outside with just a speed rush, and then sack.
So it's about 192 pounds. Did a great job rushing throughout the ball game. The ball carrier stumbles out of the backfield. Burton gets back to the 38-yard line, but no more. So the Drillers contain very well on D. Punting time for Davis again. Dwayne Davis for Sunnyside. Matthews over the deep man for BHS. Dover standing at his own 35-yard line. Barvell and company coming in. High punt. Dover's looking for a fair catch, and Perez knocks him down. Got a penalty away against Sunnyside. I guess Perez didn't see Dover waving his hand.
And he's being talked to right now about that play. The coach is telling him you have to stop. You got to see the guy's hand and give him room to catch the ball or run by him. But you cannot get close to him. You definitely can't touch him before the ball counts.
He's a junior. He will learn from that. There's a real driller. BHS at their own 32-yard line. Blake McElwain right. Matthew Dover wide left. Slot is Josh Shirley. Well, a couple of TD grabs today from Jonathan Dover. The quarterback, Francis. Sanchez, the ball carrier for the Drillers. Across the 45-yard line. Provante Francis.
Yeah, Trevante, he's was a good quarterback on the JV team and last year and freshman team. And he has a very strong arm and an athletic quarterback.
Sanchez running hard across the 40-yard line to about the 43. Will be very close to the first down for the Drillers. Scott Cooper going out. Farville coming in. Blake Mack and Josh Shirley are still in the game for BHS.
Which is probably their last series of the night, being as quarter's almost over, and the Drillers being.
I'm not going to try to read that scoreboard clock anymore tonight.
Well, I'm going to tell you it's 2:22.
I'll let you read it. Powell. 3rd and short for the Drillers. Out there on 43-yard line. Francie is the quarterback for BHS. Long count. Marcus Scott, first down. Across the 45, about the 47.
There's Rashawn Vircher posing for Time Warner right there, saying he did his thing.
Is that his midriff pose?
I don't know what kind of pose it is, but he's done for the night. When they put the Parkers on, they're done.
Jill Valevi, wide left for BHS. Francis pitch back, Farvell, to the 50, to the 45, going to speed 40-yard line. Ball out of bounds. Daniel Farvell for the first down for BHS, number 3.
You know, he's just a junior, and he's a good-looking young football player. Defensively, comes up and he hits, and offensively, he's showing right now that, you know, that he may want that spot next year. And right here, trying to straight arm him. We'll see Lewis throw him to the ground there, but not before he picked up some big yardage on the ground for a first down.
Definitely much taller than Stansel, 6'3", by 180, Farvell. Long legs like Blake Mackey. Francis on the keeper, to the 20, running hard. To about the 15-yard line.
Like I said,
Francis.
He's a very good athlete, and he's probably going to lead this Driller attack next year. And he's just a junior, and he's 6'2", so he's really put together very well. And you'll see him just right now, just turning up field, throws a man off of him, and then runs another guy over and picks up another 4 yards after contact.
6 feet, 200. A lot of players at BHS do not see substantial time till their senior year.
You know, when you get players, good players in your freshman team or your JV team, you know, you got to kind of wait till your turn a lot of times. Sometimes it is your senior year because there is a senior ahead of you who's already in that position who plays very good.
Another kick by Francis. 2nd and 9 for BHS. Deep in Sunnyside territory in the red zone once again. The Wildcat 15. As the 3rd quarter, I believe, is coming to a conclusion. I said that before.
Well, this time you're right.
After 3, it's BHS 49, Sunnyside 14 on CNSI. Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Time Warner Cable.
People everywhere are finding relief with Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Let's find out why.
When I had dial-up, I was knocked off while I was shopping online. It steamed me. Meep, meep. That bad old pretty tech was hogging the internet. Granny couldn't talk on the phone.
Jumpin' Juniper! You mean you can be on the phone and the internet at once?
Meep, meep.
No more busy signals. Less earthly confusion.
Don't wait to hear more. Call 323-4TWC today to get free installation. Roadrunner High-Speed Online. Let's go.
Devontae Francis, the quarterback for BHS. 2nd and 9. Francis to throw over the middle, incomplete. Behind his intended receiver, Ryan Giovanetti.
Just had to throw a little bit low and outside, but he had it open, and Francis doing a good job. As you see the driller getting down right there.
He is getting down.
Now he's doing a little cabbage patch.
Third and 9 for the Drillers. At the Wildcat 15-yard line. 49-14 BHS. Josh Carter 24. Cooper number 10 coming in for BHS. What are the Drillers calling here?
I don't know, but almost most of the players at work tonight. But right now, there's a little confusion. So they call a timeout to talk it over, see what they want to do.
This is Zach Levinson, number 73, and their offensive line for the Drillers. For the backup guys.
55's in there, I believe. 24. 55 is Jared Smith. 24 is Josh Carter. He's a junior.
Mike Mallett, 71. Left tackle. Effective reverse. Francis rolling to his left from the 20-yard line. Throws towards the end zone. Complete to Farvell. Is it a touchdown? Are we right at the goal line? Nice throw by Travante. Francis to Daniel Farvell.
And he threw that roll into his left. He did a good job of squaring his shoulders up and hit Farvell right down there on the goal line, it looks like.
First down, about 4 inches for a score.
This is one of those, either the quarterback keeps it or you give it to the fullback for a dive.
Marcus Scott is a fullback for BHS. Farvell running back. Francis keeps it himself. Touchdown BHS. Flick the ball, Scott. Ran in himself.
Yeah, in that situation when you got a quarterback that's 6 foot, 200 pounds, very hard to keep him out, and he just uses the size and breaks in for a touchdown.
The Drillers now with 55 points. Wildcats with 14. Eric Barthelmas looking to make another PAT for BHS. Matthews over on the hold. The Drillers took a lot of time. Trying to make an 8 out of 8. This evening, Eric Barthelmas. Got a penalty assessed against BHS. Matthews over with a hold. Eric Barthelmas with a kick. Line drive, it is good. Here comes another flag. Maybe roughing the kicker, penalty against Sunnyside.
He'll be on Sunnyside. This one will be assessed on the kickoff.
8 for 8 for Eric today.
Eric gets a lot of practice on his PATs. I don't know how many have to be moved back 5 yards, but he gets a lot of practice.
No problem for him. One of a long line of great kickers at BHS. Always very solid in the special teams.
Yeah. Well, you don't go and get to, I don't know how many CIF section titles in the last 12, 13 years without having a solid all-around team. Great defense, explosive offenses, and then opportunistic special teams with returners and coverage teams that cause turnovers. So that's an ingredient on any level. You have all those things going for you, you're going to always have a good chance to win.
You know, Pat Osborne, currently a baseball player at Florida, he was quite a punter for the Drillers, an all-around athlete. Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Defensive back, punter, he can do it all. If you would like a copy of tonight's game or any other local program on Time Warner Cable, TWC, give us a call, 322-1941, 322-1941. Zach and the gang doing their thing tonight. Yes, at Griffith Field. Zach, otherwise known as Zachary Flores. Francis will kick off for BHS. And here's a flag. Somebody was over the line probably for the Drillers. So should be. Francis will kick off again for BHS. 56-14 Drillers. 11:20 to play in a ball game. We're in the fourth quarter. Looking at the 5, 10, 15-yard line. Drillers flying down. 84 for great tackle, Brian. Dustin Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper did a great job of covering it. Didn't go for the hesitation, stop move. Wrapped him up and pulled him down on the 10-yard line. Maiden didn't get anywhere on the return.
Well, Eric Barthelmess had a brother who played here at BHS a couple years ago. I think he was an offensive lineman, and his dad's a big guy. See his dad at the gym all the time. Luther Glempo reception to about the 20-yard line. And Singh stings him as it goes out of bounds. Corey Edwards playing free safety for BHS now, number 12. Davis to throw. Pass incomplete, the far side.
Nathan Fraze on the defensive line now. Reese is out there. Who else is out there for the Drillers?
Davis still our quarterback. Race likes to stop in the backfield for the Drillers, number 31. Yes. 10:40 to play in the ball game. The Drillers 56, Sunnyside 14. Thomas Council had 3 scores in the first half, 2 by the long variety. Blake Mackey had a touchdown reception. Josh Shirley had 2 touchdown scores. Deshaun Vircher had a short touchdown. Of course, we just saw Francis, the backup quarterback, score for BHS. Sellers puts to the open to the 40, 50 midfield. He may go. That's number 7 to the 20, 10, dragged down at the 9-yard line. Samuel White, where has he been throughout this ball game?
Samuel White rolled out, but you got Corey Edwards took off and ran him down and saved the touchdown.
Samuel White. Well, a long run for Sunnyside.
Yeah, Samuel White headed towards the end zone, but Corey Edwards isn't going to give up on him, and he runs him down and drags him down from behind.
Good job by Corey.
Great hustle by Corey.
Not quitting on the play. Number over the touchdown. Samuel White, he got him down there. He scores second man through for Sunnyside. The Wildcats have a third score and the first of the second half from Bakersfield.
And it's just a little too late, you know.
As we look for the PAT attempt. 56-20 BHS. I believe we have under 8 minutes to go in the game.
Yep. You're getting better now. Took you 3 quarters, but you're getting better now.
Right ahead kicker.
Yep.
Lou Groza style. That's good. Old school football.
Yeah, I was thinking more Jack Dempsey, but.
56-21 BHS here in the fourth quarter from Bakersfield. First one action, CIF. Central section. Yosemite Division large schools. Except for at one point in the first half when Sunnyside came within a couple of touchdowns of BHS, it has been all drillers.
Yeah, and for that moment, like Sunnyside was going to make a game out of it and get back in it. But then the drillers refocused and put a good effort offensively and defensively before the half to push it back to a 28-point lead.
BHS definitely has control of the tempo of the game tonight. They have done basically what they wanted to accomplish this evening. Came out, scored very quickly, and jumped all over Sunnyside.
Well, they scored three touchdowns on about 5 plays. So that does let you know right there that they were focused and ready to play.
Last week against Highland, BHS had somewhat of a struggle in the first half, came on strong in the second half, but tonight, as you said, they were ready to come out of the box. Juiced up. Josh Thompson, a ball carrier for the Drillers. Across the 40 to about the 33-yard line, number 16. The BHS will set up shop there.
And that was a very nice return by Thompson right there. Did a good job of fielding the ball like a shortstop and then head upfield and made a good play.
If they have the Parkers on, they're not going back in.
Nope.
Devonta Francis is quarterback for BHS, scored a touchdown on the last drive, number 1. They'll look to use up some clock. Nice pitch again. Number 35 running hard for the Drillers. Ron Hughes breaks the tackle across the 40-yard line. Let's move the change. Moving downfield. First down for the Drillers.
You know, France is doing a good job of coming in as the backup and really executing the offense.
Look at Francis, Hughes, and Varville, all juniors. A lot of playing time tonight. All 3 guys are very talented. Thumb on the backfield, though. Sunnyside will have it.
I'll tell you, they've run that play twice,
It hasn't worked.
And it's fumbled both times. Dover fumbled when Dover was in there now with Francis, but
trying to get the ball to Sanchez. Just didn't work out.
Yeah, they're going to fake the pitch and they're going to kind of come back underneath to Sanchez, but again, it's hard to tell what happened from that angle, but the result's been the same, 2 fumbles.
That type of play takes a lot of repetition. And these guys will not run it in a game. These particular players for BHS. Timing was off both times. Number 7, the ball carrier. Well, he had a long run. Number Samuel White also scored the last touchdown as they were in driller territory inside the 50 at the 40-yard line. I know that clock's trying to fool me for the 3rd time. It won't do it this time. That shows 45 seconds left in the game. I know there's more time. Finally, I'm getting the message. Dunlap, Reeves, and company for BHS. Conversion on the ball carrier. For progress to the 40-yard line.
And they'll bring up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8 or so. Have to fix a helmet right there. And just so you can see that it's not Mark's fault that earlier he said it was 22 seconds left.
Thanks. Davis with throwing a heavy pressure, throws it incomplete. Just dumped it off.
Anything I do to help, partner. I'd hate for people to think that you couldn't read the clock.
Well, it's 4th down, 4th and 8 for Sunnyside. Lothar Glenn brings in a play for Wildcats. Flanks out wide right. On trip wide formation. Davis will throw. Push for the backside. He unloads it. And complete to a lineman, I believe. What's up?
And that's what the flag's coming out for.
Good pressure by Reese from the backside and Davis. Davis felt Reese and just let it go, let it fly.
It'll be declined because it'll be driller ball.
I saw Juan Oliveros earlier in the game who plays some offense for Sunnyside. Luis Salazar, number 56. Anthony Fernandez, number 67. J.C. Espinosa, 71. And James Rosso, 75. Along with Evel or Ivo Burton, the guys up front for Sunnyside. They had a lot of trouble with BHS tonight. Sunnyside coming in, second place team from the Northeast Assembly League, NYL, with an overall mark of 7-3. They beat Wheeler by only 2 points last week, though. BHS making it 11-0 and allowing only 61 points all year coming in. Southeast Assembly League champion again. Francis, number 24, Josh Carter for BHS, driven back, but his forward progress about 7 yards upfield. 7:45 to play in the ball game. The Drillers 56, the Wildcats 21.
Right there, you got a kid throwing ISO defense at people.
Well, that's not nice. We will have a bigger crowd next week wherever we're at. Usually the game after Thanksgiving, a lot of people are out of town. Francis pitch back. Hughes running hard. 45. Finally thrown down. Here comes the flag. Burton. One of the tacklers for Sunnyside. One with Michael Brady on defense for the Wildcats. It's been a long night for Scott Griffin, his coach at Fowler, and Fresno Bullard. But his team, his school, has come a long ways this year. Newest school in Fresno. And having to play the mighty Drillers in the first round of the playoffs on the road. '94 Buchanan was in about the third or fourth year. They took BHS all the way to the end in the finals at Memorial Stadium. Early years of Buchanan. Transfer to throw under pressure and complete. Had to unload it very quickly. Number 59 applying the pressure for Sunnyside. Bunsoor. Third down 21 for BHS at their own 45-yard line. Levante Francie is a QB. Thompson in motion for the Drillers. Francie, nice pitch. Hughes, midfield 50. Losing the ball though. The Wildcats say they have it. And they do. Well, the fourth quarter's definitely been garbage time here at Griffith Field.
Right here, Hughes is going outside. He cuts it up, running hard. But he forgets the ball as it popped out, and the Wildcats recover.
Well, Hughes getting some playoff experience tonight. He's a good runner. You'll have to remember that when he looks back at the film. Late in the game, take control of the football. So getting some snaps. Davis is throwing a heavy dress, and it goes down. At his own 39-yard line, Quinn Davis has had a very tough game for Sunnyside. Being down by a lot, he's been forced to throw. And they are a wing T outfit. So they know throwing is not the main priority. Had a ball snapped over his head as a punter. Gilbert Perez, the ball carrier, up to about the 45-yard line. Now the Drillers trying to make some plays on defense. Here's up this clock. Sunnyside wants another score. Davis quick up to the ball, play action. Oh, inside reverse, midfield 50 to the 45. And 40-yard line goes Perez. Edwards single over there for BHS. Ivans, tight end. Coming up for play for Sunnyside.
Face mask.
Face mask against BHS. Byron Bourgeois, the ball carrier for Sunnyside. Kind of snuck inside. BHS tackler got a piece of his face mask. A 5-yard walk-off against the Drillers. The Wildcats at BHS 45.
And right there, you can see the face mask.
Ouch. That was play action. One goes off the pass complete. 30-yard line. Burton finally knocked out of bounds. The Wildcats on the prowl. Deshaun Morrill on attack for the Drillers.
There's a good catch. Able to pull out a tackle and pick up another couple yards before he goes out of bounds.
Bird handle backfield and dropped
by Cooper. Dustin Cooper, not Brian Cooper. I mean Michael Cooper, I'm sorry.
Michael Cooper. Five minutes playing a ball game. Second man through. And Ruiz is right there in the Sunnyside backfield. Almost number 49 for BHS. Nick Watkins. Well, we'll call it 3rd and 10 for Sunnyside. 4:30 left. Second man through, number 23. Plus one battle. Another tackler. Slow it down. Hard hit by number 17, Deshaun Morrill of BHS. It was Bourgeois. They loaded a couple of driller tacklers, but basically did not take it upfield.
Yeah, and he didn't get a chance to because the other defenders were swarming to the ball, and that's what we were talking about earlier about the hard net defense. When you have all those guys swarming to the ball, if one guy misses, the other ones kind of just pick it up.
It'll be 4th and 8 for Sunnyside. Davis, play action. Screen back to the left. Perez hit the 25. Slips the tackle 20 to the 10-yard line, knocked out of bounds. Singh with a hit out of bounds for BHS. But not before the Wildcats move it deep into BHS territory. Thomas Gans will be the Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week. He played one half, but he was electrifying as usual. Brian Adams going downfield. Squeezing on a plaque and a t-shirt to number 5 for the second time this year, Thomas Stansel. He was the Speedster of the Week when we did the BHS Foothill game. He did a lot of damage in 2 quarters. Davis, the quarterback, on the keeper. And they throw him down the 5-yard line. Number 43 for the Drillers, Jose Esparza. Nice pursuit, great tackle in the backfield. 2-5-5 playing a ball game. We'll call 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. That'll be at just 5. Quick up to the ball. Davis. Second man through. Stop short. Number 23, Byron Bourgeois. That's 4th down for Sunnyside. The clock is ticking. 2:10 left. Sunnyside at the BHS 2-yard line. Davis on the keeper, touchdown, Wildcats. So the Wildcats scoring virtually on BHS's backup defense. The quarterback number 1 takes it behind center, dives his way into the end zone. So Davis, Dwayne, has had a very tough night. Gets a touchdown for Sunnyside. He holds for the PATs. There's also the punter, and of course the quarterback. He has gone the distance. Line drive kick, no good. But it could be run to the kicker against BHS. Personal foul. Running to the kicker against the Drillers. Line drive, PAT attempt. Hit the upright. Bound to the right. So maybe the Wildcats will go for 2 points here as they get half the distance to the goal line. Why not go for 2? Score is 56-27. You thought this was a game the Western Athletic Conference of WAC. I snap. That was wrong to his right, throws into the end zone. No good. They almost made a 2-point connection. Smart play by Davis. And the Sunnyside player is down. That happened on the far side of the field. 56-27 BHS. Quarterback rolling to his right after the high snap. The pass incomplete to Gilbert Perez, I believe, number 27 for Sunnyside. Kind of had his body twisted around. .158 to play in a ball game. And the Sunnyside player is still down. Those people always love that camera. BHS led at 28-0. Sunnyside cut the lead to 28-14. It was 42-14 BHS at the half. Well, the Rollers have just kind of contained here in the second half. About everybody's had a chance to play for the Drillers this evening. First round playoff action. CIF Central Section, Yosemite Division large schools. BHS's record now 11-0. Sunnyside will end their campaign with a record of 7-4, but very good for such a young school from Fresno that competes in the Northeast Assembly League. That is Gilbert Perez, number 27. He's had a fine game tonight for Sunnyside. He's a senior for the Wildcats. He's being carried off the field. So another victory for Tim Hartnett on the BHS Drillers as they inch closer to their dream of winning a CIF championship. They've been close a number of times in the past 4 or 5 years. Lost to Buchanan last season. Clovis West prior to that. Then Clovis. One of BHS did not make it in. I think they've been to the finals 3 times in the last 4 years, something like that. Onside kick by Sunnyside. Scooped up by the Wildcats at the Driller 47-yard line. A couple of guys on the BHS return team cannot come up with a football. The Wildcats looking for some more. 1:53 to play in a ball game. As Sunnyside to BHS 47. The speaker of the week, the speaker of the game is number 5, Thomas Stansel, BHS. Davis to throw, look for the screen, over the middle, and complete. Nice coverage by number 34 for the Drillers. Number 34 is Matthew Turner of the Drillers. I had Turner listed as number 33. He has been in this game for the last quarter, and I know him. But tonight, he's listed as number 34. I would like to congratulate Carlos, one of our prime cameramen. Here's a new papa, a new papito. Carlos, you are the man. Hey, Carlos! There he is. .135 to play in a ball game. Sunnyside at the BHS 46-yard line. Montellano, one of the linemen for Sunnyside, playing left tackle. His uniform is rather clean. Davis rolling to his right, looking downfield, sets up, fires it towards the end zone, double coverage. Turn it back there, it's knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play by Matthew Turner, a junior who was injured early in the year. It was against Sunnyside. Maybe an eligible man downfield. So was a ball carry hitting the backfield and dropped by Cooper, number 84. BHS holds. Fourth down. Sunnyside going with a running play. That should be all she wrote. There is Michael Stewart. There's my partner on the BC football broadcast. I hope that guy doesn't work for Fox Television. I told Michael that if he gets a little, offer to include me. Patrick Sanchez, a ball carrier for BHS. Across the 45 to about the 42-yard line. Michael's son, who plays on the Frost South team at BHS, hurt his leg in practice, so Mike had not been to the last two BHS games. His son has come along very well. Suffered a leg injury in practice with a couple of weeks of the season to go. Cavante Francis, the quarterback for the Drillers. Sanchez, the ball carrier again to about the 39, then driven back by Carrillo and company for Sunnyside. 42 seconds left in the ball game. 56-27 in favor of BHS. It was 42-14 at the half. Thomas Townsend with 3 touchdowns tonight. Blake Mack with 1. Josh Shirley with 2. Berkshire with 1. Francis with 1. Eric Barthelma's successful 8 out of 8 PATs. Francis fumbles a snap and jumps on it. There are a lot of players that have performed here in the fourth quarter. Everybody's gotten into the game. And the clock's expiring. Final score, BHS 56, Sunnyside 27. Thomas Cancel, the Roadrunner High Speed Online Speech of the Week. I'm Mark Huffman. You're watching the Prep Football Game of the Week right here on CNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 31, Digital 106.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Time Warner Cable.
We have a big family, and it's hard getting together sometimes. Now they get runs on Sundays, we can meet for lunch and do some shopping.
Make life a little easier and ride Get any day of the week.
I love my job, but getting here and home used to be difficult. Now that Get runs later at night and on weekends, my life is a lot easier.
Make life a little easier and ride Get evenings and weekends.
Get here, get there, get everywhere.
revolutionized sports television. Now is redefining sports radio.
We're the only radio show that has a regular staff psychologist perfectly qualified to discuss sports talk radio.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bakersfield High moves to the second round of the playoffs with a convincing win tonight over Sunnyside High of Fresno, 56-27. With Brian Adams on the field as our Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week, Thomas Stanson, number 5. 3 touchdowns this evening, 2 long jaunts. Brian?
I'm here with Thomas Stansel, who once again has earned the Roadrunner High Speed Online Speedster of the Week with really 2 plays. Again, we had to pick him for him, where he broke to the right side, made a move, and used his speed to burst down the sideline for a touchdown. Thomas, we're going to give you your second plaque of the year here. Also a T-shirt. And keep up the good work, and hopefully you can make it 2 more games and bring home a title to the Bakersfield.
Okay.
All right.
It was Bakersfield High 56, Sunnyside 27 tonight from Griffith Field. BHS moves to the second round of the CIS Central Section Yosemite Division Large Schools, and they will play a great opponent next week right here at Griffith Field at home. Good night for Time Warner Cable Channel 31, Digital 106.